first, I like the question of what would I do if I had, like, how would I run my own country, that one of you guys asked. But now I'm kind of dreading it because I don't know shit about, you know, politics and all that stuff. Even when people explain to me all the political shit or like try to explain something, I still don't get it. Like, I don't know what it is with me. It just goes in one ear and out the other. Or maybe it doesn't even make it inside. So that's why I don't know how to answer that question the right way. Obviously, I'd want something fair, even if it means I don't have everything I want. Like, for example, if I ran my own country, not one person would be homeless ever. Like, I don't understand how we're okay. A lot of people are okay with letting people live outside in the cold or in the heat or, you know, not in a house. And then there's houses that are just like not being lived in. So that's what I would want. No homelessness. A person would always have a place to be in. And to avoid homelessness, I would probably have like some sort of, obviously make living situations affordable, and getting a job is more easier. I would not allow like businesses and companies where we want to work at ask for reasons why you left your previous jobs. The past will be none of their business, because I think that's such a weird thing to ask. And if they fail you as an employee, you have the right to not give a 2 weeks notice. I think 2 weeks notice in a lot of ways is kind of a scam. It's kind of preparing the place that failed you for your replacement, and a lot of them don't deserve they don't deserve that time for you to let them know, you know. I did that once and then I didn't. I just bailed, because I know a lot of people do it to kind of prepare themselves and have some kind of like clean slate and like not have any bad blood with businesses or whatever, but I just think it's kind of stupid when they have they don't have any guilt failing us constantly with, you know, how we're treated. For example, like a lot of places I've worked at require you to train somebody without getting paid as if you're training, because a lot of the times training takes extra time and it slows you down, and many managers expect you to work at the speed, if not faster, because now you have a helping hand, but it's like this person doesn't even know how to work, you know. And that ends up causing a lot of issues, especially with how you're training. I wasn't trained properly. I was kind of left on my own because the person in charge of me many times had a lot to do and they were expected to train me. But that's just getting into working. Sorry, I'm like, all I do is work. So like I become obsessed with working, and that's why like a lot of it is about that. I have a hard time to like, this comes from a perspective that's very limited about running a country, because I am at the bottom, dude. I am at the very bottom. Oh my god, there's a car parking over here. No, you're gonna watch me talking to myself. So that's why it's like very limited perspective. I doubt any of you guys would ever want to sign up for a country that like mine, because first of all, I'd rather all of us be middle class than have anybody be super wealthy and, you know, like have all the wealth for the sake of just because they're, you know, successful in something. I just hate that idea. I think as even as possible, we have to make it. Obviously, people are gonna thrive and others aren't, and that makes sense, but there's no reason for a company or one person to be having more than they need when others are dying. Another thing is free healthcare, if I could. And see, the problem with all this is I can say, this is what I would want, this is what I would want in my country, but I don't know how it would go about making it possible. So that's why it's like, I'm not very educated in that. But I would want free healthcare, affordable housing. There's another one. Free education, or at least not as expensive to reach higher education, because we need educated people in the country, you know. Like how are we gonna do it if everybody's stupid? You know what I mean? Like, or not stupid, but like doesn't know how. Like, we need doctors, we need lawyers, we need you know, people that know what they're doing in specific areas. So that's why it's like, oh yeah, and another thing I would do, but I don't think this has anything to do with like a fair country, it's more of like weird rules that I don't think anybody would like, is there will be doctors and lawyers and, you know, like engineers, people you need like that are super smart in their area that will reach this high level. Like they'll get an award or like some sort of label on their name that makes them so good at their job that they now make more money. They're upgraded just to train. And we will not, like, I wouldn't want people to go to classes and waste their time. If you're trying to be a doctor or a nurse or something specific, you're not going to waste your time learning about stuff that has nothing to do with what you're going to be learning. You're going to go directly into training. Obviously, you're going to not do the stuff first, but you're going to watch, because I feel like doing is what makes the biggest difference, or watching. And there's a lot of, in education, there's a lot of bullshit they throw in there. Like, there's a lot of wasted time. And time, we don't all have a lot of time to be wasted, and not all of us want to waste our life reading 30 pages of one chapter every week for a class when it has nothing to do with it, you know, like what we're learning or whatever. But yeah, I'm sorry, this might sound really mean, and this was probably not like a good, like, fair country type of thing, but if I could, I would do this. All guys are getting, what is it called, like that thing that makes you not able to have children, you are getting not the permanent one, I don't know what it's called, but basically you're getting neutered if you're a guy, because I think having children when you're not mentally, emotionally, financially ready is a huge factor to mental illness for future generations. And I think, how about this, I will not enforce it, but it will be highly encouraged if you neuter yourself, not permanently enough. And like, if you take a test, both the couple that wants to have children, you take a parent class and like you pass, this tests you on patience, you know, resilience, and like basically helpful techniques, like how to help a child that's choking, how to CPR if the kid drowns, and like emotional stuff, and you pass, then you get licensed to have a child, where you get money for being certified as a good parent. Because again, a lot of the things a lot of problems, if we avoid them in the origin of it, the world will be a better place. And a lot of people that become parents, most people were not ready to be parents. So that's why I would encourage that in the country. And the country, I would probably call it News Does. It sounds stupid, but I made a planet when I was in high school. We could make a planet, and I named mine News Does. And News Does is sad sun backwards, because in News Does, in my planet, the sun doesn't burn your skin, so it's the planet of the sad sun. You can look directly at the sun and it's just a dark red, and it looks beautiful. It's always like a sunset-ish type of thing. And obviously I can't make my own planet. That would be the name of my country, just because it sounds cool. And to make things fun, I'd make stupid ass laws just to mess with everybody that decided to move there with somebody that doesn't know what they're doing. That'd be funny. Like, you have to have a pet, you have to buy a pet, or not buy, you have to adopt a pet, because the goal is to not have any homeless creatures that are domesticated living their lives in shelters or even outside abandoned. And if you do that, you don't get bitch slapped by your neighbors. If you're a neighbor and you see somebody without a pet, you get to slap them. That's the stupidest rule. This isn't no Curtis-town bullshit, okay? You don't have to be mean to me. In fact, you can roast me if you want, but it has to be funny enough that the pain of the roast doesn't earn you a big ass slap. And by slap, I mean in the face, not the ass. Don't be weird. We do not tolerate inappropriate behaviors like assault. And if we find an incel, we will burn them alive and feed another incel. Oh my god, dude, this is turning into something else. People are starting to come. We all know how that goes. But yeah, you guys, if you want to join my country that has a lot of questionable things going on, let me know what laws we should also put down, because it'd be funny to kind of make it a little bit ridiculous. I probably forgot to add more shit, and I might like interrupt myself and add more shit about news does. But someone's coming. I need to hide. I might have to move soon because people are starting to get here. We won't have guns in my country because it just, oh my gosh, it's just a lot of destruction within. No drugs, well yeah, no drugs, but no guns. And I guess we could, if you want to be like have a military type of thing going on, most of the time we'll stick to lasers enough that it can go up in charges, like way really high to the point where it like shocks you. We could have a military of kind of like witches. So we just study a bunch of potions to beat the enemies. People could just stop coming over here. I'm not even parked close. Maybe I should move over there. But I should probably go to the gas station. But we make a military of witches where we attack without even having to have weapons. Kind of like Awa Tafana or whatever the name was, that girl that would like poison her makeup and shit and sell it to people. That's what we do, but we'd be more slick about it. Our shit will be untraceable, and that's the only way to like fight our enemies or whatever, you know. Like, we're not gonna do that with random people. We're not violent creatures in this country. Honestly, it'd be nicer if I was a dictator, because then I can get away with doing this kind of shit. Like, for example, in this country, by law you get a free Dunkin' coffee once a day. Just, you know, so we don't run the business to shit, but it's just once a day. Mainly because that's all I need. So I'm being selfish already. I have like another serious that I can think of, like a serious law. They're all just like goofy shit. But if I was a dictator, dude, that would be, it's not a good thing, okay? You honestly would have, can you vote me to be a dictator, guys? That, I don't think that's how it works, but just give me your soul. I'll keep it nice and healthy in a nice jar. I'll put your soul in there, and then I'll feed it Cheerios once in a while. But let me be the dictator. I'd like to like, so News Does, when I made it, there was no roads because everything was grass, since we could just walk everywhere. And that was kind of how I'd imagine my country. Like, obviously there had to be roads for like transportation of far transportation and shit, but I'd want like transportation of like that is more accessible than driving. I hate driving. That's why I'm making this rule. I'm making all these rules because I don't like some stuff and then I like other stuff. So it's all selfish reasons. But we'd all benefit from it. It doesn't have to be buses. It could be like some streetcars. We're bringing the streetcars back. No, I'm just kidding. So I wanted everything here. I'm gonna have to drive to the gas station because too many cars are headed this way. Shit, I need gas so bad. It's not even funny. I'm just gonna go. Don't get mad at anyone. So I still don't have a microphone. That's why I sound like shit right now. But I cannot be like parked there anymore because people are just like coming in and out and it's kind of awkward. But yeah, News Does was made for like grass, clean grass where you can walk. You could even walk barefoot. It's so clean. That's how I imagined my country. The car was so annoying. Just freaking leave me alone. I'm freezing. Okay, I'll be back. And I was thinking too, there could be like a national day where you have to be like random. I think there's like you have to be nice to people. You have to do something nice for people, but to make it less cringy, so it's not like everybody's too cheesy, you know. Like if you're opening the door for somebody because it's National like Be Nice to Somebody Day, or you're donating something to somebody, to make it less cringy, you have to roast them too. But it can't be rude and has to be funny. We're all gonna get super good at roasting. And then these are all like dumbass laws that I would make that have no reason to exist, I guess. Like, they don't have a deep purpose. This is the fun part, basically. One of them is I always wanted this to be real, is pets are allowed in public areas as long as you clean up after them if they do anything, if they diarrhea somewhere, or they have to be like, I'll be back. And you can bring them. You can bring your pets. Like, I could bring Arias to Target and just any store, really, as long as you keep everything, like, you clean after them and you keep them under control. Arias would be a little bit of a problem because he wants to fight everybody, every creature he sees, he wants to fight it, so that's great. He's like an attack titan. The second I realized about attack titans, I'm like, that's Arias. That's my child. I'm gonna leave. Because everyone's coming in. You get the hell out of here. Let's go, guys. I should probably turn this off. Okay. So I'm at Dunkin'. I left my work area and I went to Dunkin' because the thing about like the gas stations near my job and any stores nearby, any stores, it's very convenient to just stop by and get whatever you need, but chances of seeing a coworker that you don't like are very high, especially when you don't get along with any of them because you're an asshole. So I had to leave and I had to come here because even if somebody sees me like talking to myself in my car, they won't know who I am. But if somebody from work sees me, that's gonna be awkward. But yeah, what I was gonna tell you guys is I guess I can't think of a lot of serious laws I'd make, but for sure one of them, and this, I talked to my brother about this, but it was more on the political side because my little brother's really smart about politics and all that shit. I don't. It goes in one ear and goes out the other, but I still want to know. I just can't like understand. But one thing I told him when he asked me like what I would do if I like could enforce laws or something like that, but if I was a dictator, it wouldn't even be a question. And what I told him was I would for sure make women's reproductive rights completely within their control. I am 100%, a million percent pro-choice, and it's weird because I came a long way from that. I was raised very Catholic and I believed every child deserved like a chance at life. But the thing is, it's like, dude, it's not a freaking child. And besides, I really think bad parents or parents that aren't ready to be parents are an origin of unfortunate bloodlines. If my mom would have aborted me and that would ensure she had a better life, I would 100% be okay with that. In fact, I hope she makes that decision now because I'm so over. She can abort me right now. I don't care. No, I'm just kidding. I know it's very controversial or whatever, but I think it's more controversial to tell people what to do with their body. I think that's really weird. Whatever you want to do with, like, you know, something like that that's affecting you so much and will change your life is up to you, should be up to you because it's affecting you. A lot of people like to put in their 2 cents, especially people that can't have children or will never be in that situation. I just think that's really scummy, to say the least. If you're, you know, especially if you don't care about this person, because it's like the argument they use a lot of the times to guilt trip a person to have a child they're not ready for or that could put them in danger, their life in danger, it's not pliable to them as people. You know, like fetuses and embryos are seen as more human to these people than the actual human dealing with the consequences of this. And it gets more complicated than just, a lot of them like to say, oh, she just doesn't want to have a kid. You know, it's not that simple. it's not just about that. A lot of people die giving birth till this day. It's a complicated thing, and maybe we could find a way to have children where it's not painful. That would be nice. I bet you it would be more advanced if women mattered more. But in my country, my dictatorship, if that's how you call it, there's gonna be like 90% women, because let's face it, what guy wants to live with us? Like, I'm okay with that. No guy will want to live with us. It's gonna be super cool. The weather's gonna be not too cold but not too hot, because, you know, like, I want to dress, like, I don't like summer clothes because all I wear is black, and I look stupid in the summer when it's 90 degrees and I'm still wearing my black clothes. I'm not goth or anything, it's just, it's my home, you know, it's my default setting. I feel like a dressed up monkey if I wear color. So that's why I would prefer if it's like the hottest 80. Because I still want to swim, you know, like, we can still do that shit. But what else? I'm trying to think of, oh yeah, Fibbits are like, you don't have to, you're not required to wear one, but Fibbits are like in style instead of like whatever's in style right now. I wish Fibbit was more in style, and we all like, I get that it could be triggering, but I think since we have to exercise as humans, making it fun and possible and interactive and like fashionable or in style, to do it in a way where it's not just working out because you want to look a certain way, or just go to the gym and listen to music. I feel like it can get boring. So making it fun, like competitions on Fibbit, and, you know, making Fibbit like a bigger deal from community to community. So the states are called communities. I don't know why I did that. It could have a better name. Make a better name for states, because states sounds too American. And we're not American anymore. We're Newsdazians. I don't know. That sounds stupid too. What do we call her? Let's be Titans. I just watched, what's it called? That show? Attack on Titan? Is that what it's called? Yeah. And I'm just like still mind blown. I'm not gonna spoil anything if you haven't watched it, but I am like mind blown with it. And I just think every time I watch something or I read a book, it's always in my head. It's hard for me to like snap out of it. So that's fun. That's why I keep talking about it. But yeah, I'm trying to think of like, I had a lot of ideas because I think about this stuff. I was gonna make a lot of laws that are like really dumb and like just funny. For example, I really hate when people are like, how are you? And you have to give them a fake like, I'm good, how are you? It's like so cheesy. So I'm gonna change it. And by law, you have to say something super cringe and you have to say something cringe back. Okay, like for example, if I come up to you and we make eye contact and I want to greet you, I'm gonna be like YOLO, and you have to be like swag. Oh my god, that's so embarrassing. But I think that's funner. Is that a word, funner? It sounds wrong. Okay, but yeah, we're gonna do that. I do that to the Gen Zers at work and it's so much fun. Because they like just look at me like, ew. It's my job to be cringy as a millennial, you know, like it's their turn to cringe at whatever I do, everything I do. I guess I'm the new boomer. It's fun. It's fun making them cringe. And they're kind of funny. Like they're little youngsters, you know. Oh yeah, I don't know if I said this already, but because you have to get a pet by force, I'm forcing everybody to get a pet. You can pick the pet you want, but obviously it has to be, because we don't want the, what's it called? We don't want no homeless pets either, okay? So every creature has to have a home, and you can bring it to public places as long as you clean after it and it doesn't attack another creature. I would love to bring Arias with me everywhere. I think I already mentioned this. I'm sorry. I've been driving. Dude, cars hate me. I swear, I feel like I was gonna get beat up by this truck because I was driving slow, and it's like, it's not my fault, you're late for work, dude. I do not want to hit something. Because it's a road where there's a lot of forest, so a lot of creatures come running, and I almost hit a squirrel, and when I slow down for the squirrel, cars get mad at me because they just want me to keep driving. It's like, I don't want to do that. But anyways, That's why I'm like sketched out. So Fitbits are encouraged, and then we have like these solar like they're free gyms in every community. And these free gyms are kind of sketchy. Like, they're not like dangerous. They're very like, they look strange, and they're free. Anybody can go in and use the treadmills and everything, because we want to encourage people to be like healthy. But the cool thing about it is it's free, but every time you work out, you actually give power to electricity around your community. So there's an ongoing competition between all the communities. These are states. Should I just say states so we're not confused? There's like ongoing competition within states of who's getting more free electricity because of these free gyms that are solar powering. I don't know, something like that. Because I don't know, I feel like it'd be fun to like, competition is fun, and it's a way for me, if something is more like entertaining but good for me, I'm more likely to do it. With Ed, it's like, it's more of a punishment, you know what I mean? So it's like, if I remember I used to have competitions with random people I added on my Fitbit. It was so much fun. Like, I wasn't stuck on Ed because I was like focusing more on winning a competition, and it helped that it was good for me. Like, I would never enter a competition that's bad for me. And oh yeah, there's National Hide and Seek Day, where wherever you're gonna go, whether it's grocery shopping or work or school, there will be, instead of like a lockdown, like practice lockdown, we're gonna have a hide and seek game, and it alternates between, like, one day it'll be a specific group of people that will be the ones looking for us, and then the next year it'll be the other people looking for it, and the winner gets money, gets a prize, a Dunkin'. Oh, I'm just getting a Dunkin' coffee. It's already free. But yeah, National Hide and Seek. I love hide and seek, but nobody wants to play anymore. Maybe it's because I'm almost 30 years old and I want to play hide and seek. That, and then there's trick or treat. Everybody has to go trick or treating, and you alternate too. Like, one year you have to give candy or make your house super scary and cool. And then the next year you have to go trick-or-treating. And since adults are going trick-or-treating now too, you can give out like stuff you don't want anymore. Like, you just leave it out and they can just take whatever, because it's like, that way we just like get rid of the shit we don't need and somebody else grabs it that wants it. It's like a garage sale mixed with cool costumes. And you could also give money. Why are you staring at me, lady? Yeah. Do you guys like that? I guess like everything is done online because I hate going places. Official pictures for documents, you can make a face. You can make a stupid face. Like, I could finally stick out my tongue at the document, like make a creepy face, a scary face, and take a picture like that for my license. That'd be so fun. Imagine I go over there to make a stupid face, because you have to now, by law, you have to make a stupid face to get your picture taken, and I don't make any, and she's like, wow, that's the best one I've ever seen. Oh my freaking god, that's so mean. I'd cry. I want a taser now. Ow. What other laws do you make? Like, fun ones. I don't like the boring ones. Look how big the coffee is. This is huge. I got a medium. Oh my gosh, dude, I am chronically cold. I don't know what's wrong with me. I chugged this. This is watered down hot chocolate, because I feel like it's hotter. It stays hot if I boil water versus if I just heat up milk. That's probably common sense, but I don't have a lot of that left. I drink it at work and it's nasty, but like, it's actually at work, everything's delicious because I'm freezing. Anything warm is good. But I'm so freaking cold. I think it's work, because as soon as I get home, I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of my country and if you would like to live there. No incels are allowed. Oh man, there's a car coming. I'm gonna let him go first. No incels are allowed. If you're an incel, you will be burned in front of everybody. You'll be burned alive, and we will feed you to our pets. Just kidding. Our pets don't deserve that. Dude, it'd be so nice. Imagine like going to Target and you see a bunch of people with their pets. Now that's a happy day. And we're all playing hide and seek with our pets too. That's freaking funny. I'd get a dog so quick. Because, okay, see the thing, I like Adios. I love cats. Cats will always be my favorite animal forever and ever. Because they're super cute. And they smell good too. Like, I don't know about you guys, but Adios's head smells delicious. Like, he makes me hungry. Maybe I'm just a fatso, but I'm slobbering just thinking about Adios, dude. Like, I just want to eat them. But dogs, you can teach them shit, you know? Like, and they'll listen to you and shit. Adios will not listen to me. Like, if I try to teach him something, he will not want to. What was that noise? Dude, cars are so aggressive. For what? For what reason? I really hope I did not hit that squirrel. I want to go check again. Oh my gosh. I don't think... Dude, it would suck to be like... I guess my country isn't that shit, but it's like running a country must be so much work. I'm so lazy, like that would be so much work. I just want to be in it for the coffee. I have to pee so bad, it's not even funny. Oh my god, should I make a Valentine's Day card for my sleep paralysis demon? That's that's where we're at now. That's so crazy. The second I started sexualizing the shit out of him, he like bailed. He like disappeared. Never seen him again. It's crazy, dude. Even in the other worlds, they avoid me, which is great. I love when people run away from me. It's like, it's honestly a compliment when people get scared. When I scare people all the time because of I look like Michael Jackson on a bad day. On every bad day. So it's always fun when they do that, but I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Let me know what you guys would do for the country of news does because you have to live there. I'm sorry, it's not a choice anymore. Bye.